Sports Cars Live.
Hey, what's going on, FD? Good to be here.
I'm going to drop a couple bombs on the FD channel right now.
Who you rolling with?
I am rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD.
We are rolling with FD.
Because I'm Carlos on What's the Play. Thank you, sir. Hey, Nick, you got to let me know who you rolling with.
I'm rolling with FD.
Hey, Tony and Oz, who you rolling with? Then y'all
you know we rolling with FD, baby.
Hey, Renee, who you rolling with?
Rolling with FD.
We're going to bring in Justin.
Hey, FD.
How you doing, bro?
I'm well.
Who you
I'm
rolling
rolling with FD.
So go, Bird.
I'm rolling with FD.
You got to let people know who you rolling with.
I'm rolling with FD.
You got to let the people know who you rolling with.
Well, obviously I'm rolling with FD.
We got you on the line.
Oh my goodness, we're both on the line.
Yes, sir. Hey, Mike.
What's still?
Love what you collect.
Hello.
Wait, I have that same card.
Oh, let's get a picture of this together. See, Blaz, who are you rolling with?
I'm rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD.
That's how you just rolling, right? That's the whole thing, right? You roll with it.
You gotta let me know who you rolling with.
We're rolling with FD. You heard it first.
I'm not just a pretty face, baby. Hey, Matt.
Rolling with FD.
What's up, everybody? How we doing? Monday, January 9th. If I ever said Happy New Year to you yet, I want to take the time to say Happy New Year to you right now. It's 2023. We got the Bulls and the Celtics on. Celtics up by 13 points. We can talk forever about this Bulls team. What do they need to do? I don't know. Some people say blow them up. Make changes, universal changes, get new people up in here. I don't know. Our guest tonight, QCLA, will be here momentarily. What do you do with the Bulls thing? You know, you got some players out here. Consistency is the problem. Consistency is the issue. It's interesting how that works. You know, this team was playing very well last year. But in sports, one should know that once you watch game film on a team, then it's time to make some changes. And when you make those changes, you see what teams can adjust. What's up, James? Happy New Year, FD and fam. Can LA get Caruso back? Caruso might be leaving soon. Like I said, they might clean everything out. The floor, baseboards, snatch all the furniture, unplug everything, snatch down blinds. Bulls might liquidate. Everything has to go. Where are they in the standings right now? Let me check this out. I think they're a decent team, right? I mean, it's not like they're tanking too. Let's see here. The Bulls are 9th right now, 19 and 21. Yeah, it's not like they're tanking. About a 500 team, like most of the league. Most of the league is a 500 team. Isn't that amazing, though? So the fouls have changed. The traveling has changed. It's like 500 basketball now in the NBA. You got a team like Golden State that has the best home record in the league and a worse road record in the league. Never seen this stuff before. Don't know. You can have a team get blown out one night, next night blow another team out. How many coaches are in the league that are really coaching? You all thought about that? Like, can you name 8 coaches in the NBA? Can you name 5? It's hard for me. I cannot. I just can't. It is rough. QCLA will be on here in a second. Steph Curry's on his way back. A few more days. It'd be interesting to see him again. Shoot around. You know, video, you see it. What is it going to be like game speed? Is that shoulder right? If he bumps someone, does he have a problem again? KD went down last night. The Butler did it. Jimmy Butler fell onto his knee. I will hope those people know out there that, those kind of injuries are. How do you prevent that? And I know I watch sports and I see injuries, or I see a younger player, get hit, bent, football, basketball, somebody fall on them. They just keep it moving because their flexibility and stuff is there. I don't know how flexible KD is, but probably after Achilles surgery, and he had a MCL problem last year. It's probably hard for him to move his feet to even get out of the way of some stuff when you start seeing it coming your way. It's like you ever been in a very slow moving car accident where you saw that coming, but you didn't turn the steering wheel? It's probably something like that. Those who are on, who's your basketball team? Or who's your football team? What do y'all think of the Packers not making the playoffs? Aaron Rodgers, he's probably gone, right? He's not going to stay in Green Bay. There are plenty of teams that need his services. He's already seen Tom Brady do his thing and leave and go someplace else and win the Super Bowl in the first year. So I'm sure Aaron Rodgers is probably thinking, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm about to go to another team and see what I can get done. It'd be interesting to see. He's going to milk that thing to the very end. I think he wants to be like LeBron. I'm taking my talents to South Beach. Have everybody interested. But Aaron Rodgers has to realize he doesn't get that kind of love. I don't think he'll ever get that. What's going on in the hobby as well? What cars are people buying? Are people buying anything? Are you kind of stepping away for a little bit? What are you doing out there? Are you buying the same that you have before? James says, FT, the basketball games are high scoring now. Yep. At times I feel like it's too high. It reminds me of 80s ball. LA Lakers fan. Thought it was funny that a rookie asked for his jersey and said no. Well, one could say, hey, it's a bold move if you're a rookie or if you're anyone on the other team and you ask for Aaron Rodgers' last jersey in Green Bay. One could say that's bold. One could also say that Aaron Rodgers might be able to give a better answer than that. He might be able to say, you know what? I got another one for you. Let me take care of you later. You don't know. But that's not Aaron Rodgers' personality. Loco says he's still buying the same. I am also selling Julius Randle while he's hot. He's hot. Is he hot? He has been playing well. Been watching the Knicks, and he's been playing very, very well. We got QCLA in the house.
FD, what's going on?
How you doing, sir?
Good to see you, man.
What's happening with you?
Oh, man. It's trying to stay dry out here today, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
It stayed inside today, man, and went through the PC a little bit.
I actually heard some thundering today, which was crazy.
Yeah. They got that football game going on right now.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there watching the Bulls get handled by Boston.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we had the Bulls Celtics on. I was surprised. I was like, wow, I actually get to see the Bulls out here.
What's going to happen with that team, man? They're going to break that team up, right?
I mean,
they're going to break that team up.
They got some talent, man. Levine and DeRozan and them guys, but
people in LA want Caruso back, man.
Oh, I know they want him back for sure. For sure.
So before you got on, we have Loco Car Collector saying that he's selling Randall while he's hot. I was joking with him. Saying, is he really hot? But Randall's been doing well.
Oh, he said he was selling Randall.
Yeah. Julius Randall, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Someone once said that Randall is overrated. I think he is overrated. Yeah, I will hold fast to that. Yeah. I think that's why you want to sell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got, if you don't collect them and you're just, trying to sell, you got to sell while
That's right. While it's hot.
While it's hot, you got to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you're doing,
Local asks the question, what is your name, QCLA?
My name is Jason.
Maybe I should start calling you Jason instead of QCLA.
Hey, either way, man.
I like to stick to people's Instagram handle, so people can follow
it's
you.
Easy to remember. Yeah. I don't mind. I like that too. I like to do that too. So everybody eventually learns everybody's Instagram name. You know how it is at the shows and everything. You see somebody, you go, oh, so and so.
Got a question for you. So let everybody know how you got started in the hobby.
Well, I got started as a kid. I was into baseball. You know how it was in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
White Sox fan.
Mm-hmm.
Big Hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy Sosa.
Oh yeah. Albert Bell.
Yeah. Pudge Rodriguez and them guys.
Mm-hmm.
Griffey, Cal Ripken.
Yeah, they all came through.
Yeah, those are the guys. I collected Griffey, Cal Ripken, the Chicago guys. I liked Boston for a while. I liked Manny and Pedro and Omar, that era.
Yeah.
So that was who I was, what I was really doing back then. And then I'd say early 2000s, I kind of just stopped. I didn't get rid of my cards or nothing, but I just kind of, got out of tune with the hobby. I didn't buy any cards or anything. And then I'd say probably around 2019, one of my good friends just got into it and just kept telling me about it. Every time I see him, man, you got to get back on these cards, these cards, sports cards. That's all I kind of brush it off. But every time I go to his house, he's telling me about it. I'm seeing all these boxes around, packs around, cards everywhere. And I'm like, what is really going on here with this? I keep hearing about it. So eventually, he got me back into it.
Very cool.
So, yeah. So I've been rolling ever since. And, it's interesting because I only have the perspective of from when I got in, which is like 2019, 2020 till now. But then there's people who, obviously who were here before that, long before that, and then got to experience that. And then now we're seeing like the kind of the backside of that whole boom and the fall down and the correction.
Oh, yeah.
But that YouTube video you sent me earlier that showed the drops.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize some of those cards were
had sold. That Chris Bosh shocked me. It shocked me. So I sent QCLA a video that the Reverend Rip sent me today about a guy who had held on to some cards and he was going through current value and he was comparing the values to what they were in the boom. Chris Bosh, Topps Chrome rookie. I think it was a refractor. Worth very low now compared to what it was at one point. And then he's going through Kyrie Irving. He's going through a lot of cards. Yeah. That's the high. Well, what I feel like when I hear people say correction, I feel like we're getting back to what I noticed happening before the boom. Like it's you're not buying on Monday, selling on Friday for 5, 8, 10x. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not happening like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like picking up where it should be. All that boom. Wasn't natural. And even though cards were going up, they weren't supposed to go up like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of coming to where they should be. It's not going to go back down to the pre-COVID levels, I don't think, prices. But it'll be, a little bit above that where it settles out. And
if you look at several cards, the prices now, and I don't know if we're at the bottom, but the prices now compared to right before pre-COVID, there is still a significant gain in a lot of these cards.
Yeah, and I think it'll stay like that. I mean, could go down. Obviously, it could still go down a little bit from here, and it's not, the bottom isn't the same for every card. There could be a card that has bottomed out, and another one that still has 50% to drop. So it's not, there's no like one bottom to say, oh, the bottom is in, because each card is different. No, every card doesn't hit the bottom at the same time.
That's true.
So all this, well, people will say, well, is the bottom in? I mean, are you asking us about a specific card?
And we know there's some cards right now that they haven't sold on probably a year and a half, 2 years.
Right. So you don't really know. You really don't know where it's at. I mean, honestly, if it hasn't sold, even if it hasn't sold in the last 6 months, you really don't know where it's at.
That's right.
Somebody shows you a comp from June, and they're trying to get something close to that. It's like, well, I honestly can't. I don't know if it's worth that.
You know what I always love, and some people may say, FD, why'd you bring that up? I always love when I go to a table. I'm like, hey, what's the price of that car? Oh, that car's not for sale. When I saw them that today, that's just there.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I never really understood that.
I've heard some people tell me, I can't speak for everyone, that there are some cars that showcase their showcase. It's like, oh, you got that, and it makes you stay around a little bit longer.
Sure.
The hope is that you'll buy something else. But for me, it's like, I don't know if I want anything else at this table.
Yeah, it's more anger.
Yeah.
It's more like, that's the one I really want. So,
I love it when they try to sell me something else. So
it's like, I'm
got this Bambooey card. Like, nah.
Yeah. It's not a good feeling when you see a card you really, really want, and then I tell you it's not available. It's like, all right, man. Well, I'm the same way. It kind of makes me so I most likely would not want to buy something at that table.
And that's just how the conversation ends. Like, oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's a sour feeling when that happens.
We might see a little bit more of that.
Yeah.
Loco says here, I do that on my eBay page. I have cards listed that I'm not trying to move. Loco, why? Tell us why. So if I went to your page and I saw a card and I won the bid, what happens then? He says, but I won't do that at a car show. So tell me, if I went to your page and I hit a buy it now, or I won the bid, what would you do at that point, Loco? Would you be like, nah, cancel the auction? And what would you do? There are all different types of selling strategies out here.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's, people can do whatever they want with their cars.
True.
They could put a whole showcase together and not, and say none of this is for sale. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that we can't feel how we feel about it.
He says he'll reject your offer. That's interesting. Interesting. So what's in your PC? What are you? What are some staples? When I see QCLA, what you stacking away over?
Oh man, we're stacking away Kobe's, Jordans, Shaq's, 90s inserts. Got a lot of 2013 Prism I've been buying. For example, I got these guys laying around. If you can see these, we got the Penny, Penny refractor, and then we got the Shaq refractor. That's just little stuff I like to have around. Fun stuff, Got the Shaq, Tim Duncan,
Very nice.
Numbered inserts, rare refractors. Try to get stuff that has some type of meaning or significance with it as well to the hobby. Just make sure that it's, something that could be You want something that's going to be sought after at some point. You just don't want whatever some crazy product that nobody's really going to care about just because it's hot at the time. We do the curries.
Oh yeah.
Keep those around. Got the got the red one.
Very nice.
These are all low pop. I got two of the 9s.
Mm-hmm.
These are only like pop 30, pop 40 cards. So I think stuff like that is good stuff to pick up right now. It's not.
I agree.
It's not really that expensive. But I think it's going to have some significance at some
What
point.
do you think when you see card prices like on eBay dropping? Like you see a card that used to be, I don't know, $5,000 now it's selling for $1,200 or $800. So what do you think? Do you think this is a market that if you're able to buy with a strategy, or do you think this is a market where one should hold? Because there's been a Warren Buffett quote going around that when other people are scared, you should be buying.
Yeah.
What's your
thought? If you're buying for long term, it's not a horrible time to be buying. But if you think you're gonna buy and really see a crazy short term gain, that's gonna be pretty hard. Unless if maybe you bought a raw card and graded it and and came up like that. But as far as buying the card and reselling the card, not a whole lot of opportunity right now, unless if somebody is just giving you an amazing deal on some cards, or you buy a bulk lot where you get it at 70% of the comps, then you have some room. But from my standpoint right now, I mean, buying pieces for your PC, or at least that you can hold on to for a while, even if it's not for your PC, if it's just pure investment. But if you're going to hold on to it, you got to hold on to it for a while. You're going to have to, the cycles are going to have to change before, you see anything. But it's a good time to cherry pick some stuff right now, because people are scared and there is an uncertainty. And when there's uncertainty, people will take losses on cards or panic sell. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times the people who are on the other end doing the buying are the ones that are going to be rewarded down the line. But it's patience. I mean, everything is everything involves patience. Most success in anything, revolves the people that can have the most patience. So, but
what do you think? What do you think about? We're talking about basketball. What do you think when you hear like Wiggins, Andrew Wiggins for the Golden State Warriors has more All-Star votes than John Morant, Dame Lillard, Jason Tatum? Like, what do you think when you hear? Why is that?
I honestly, I have no clue. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that.
It feels like to me, people can see through the hype.
Yeah,
they're looking for something that's real.
Yeah. It still seems crazy though. I mean, you think Ja, he should be. You would think everybody would have him number one. Tatum
says a lot. Says a lot that he's not.
Yeah. It's surprising, but Wiggins, you know a lot about him. You know what he's capable of.
He plays on both ends of the court.
Yeah.
He's low key. Doesn't talk a lot.
No.
Comes down to his game, speak for itself. Old school principles.
Yeah, he is. He is kind of an old soul. But man, what he did was that last year?
When he yammed on Luka Doncic?
His whole the playoff, his whole playoff run was good to see, man, because I think we all knew he was capable.
Yeah.
So it was good to see him actually flourish finally, and it was he's gonna be a big part of that team or whatever team he ends up on in the future.
Came out last night, had a little rust on him. I think he had 14 points. Shot decently, but it, just getting him back out there, getting him back to running. He's been off for a while. 14.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen him in a minute. Yeah, but the the Warriors, man. Right when it's time to turn it on, they'll be right there.
Yeah, Steph's coming back.
Yeah, they'll be right there.
Probably gonna pick up some pieces. Iguodala's not active.
Yeah, that's your boy Iggy.
Yeah, Iggy's legit, man. You can talk about he went all the way back to Allen Iverson days, all the way up.
Yep, Iggy. Man, he's been around. He's been around since what? 2000.
Yeah, because he came before LeBron.
I know I got a 2002 Iggy card. See if I can find it. So he's got to be somewhere in there.
2004. He came out a little bit after LeBron. 2004. 9th pick in the first round out of Arizona.
Yeah, that's right.
Left the Warriors for a little bit, came back.
Yeah, he was a monster in Philly. Certified
monster, bro. He's one of those players. It's almost like if you look back on the Bulls point guard when they were winning championships.
Yeah,
Harper, a guy who scored 20-some points a game. Even the Lakers, small forward shooting threes. You get these guys who used to score 20, 25 points a game. Rick Fox. And then they come to the team and they have the ability to score that, but they also have learned to play defense and do other things.
Yeah.
And those people are deadly on the playoff team.
Yeah. Oh, man. For sure. For sure. Those are the guys that it makes the difference between teams. You got guys like that, know what they're doing. That's like the Warriors. They got so many guys, that just know how to win in the playoffs, and that's what they live for.
Well, you got to think they've developed right now, before he got hurt, foot problem. Kuminga was becoming a defensive stopper.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you got Clay out there.
Mm-hmm.
You got DiVincenzo. All those guys are a problem.
Yep.
What's going to be interesting?
What's up with Wiseman?
It's like fine wine, man. Now I don't know.
Yeah,
he sprained his ankle. I know they held him out for that. I do know. This is just some things I put together from sports. If you have an ACL tear or Achilles problem 1 year, and you sprain your ankle the next year or something, they're going to make sure you're 100% before you come back on that court.
Yeah,
to prevent anything else from happening. So we'll see what he does. I mean, he had one good game and a blowout.
Mm-hmm.
He has to get that pick and roll down, play some defense, block some shots. That's how he's going to get minutes right now.
Yeah.
It's not his team. So I think it's not Kuminga's team. I think when these young guys learn that, you may see the Houston Rockets running around and shooting from everywhere, but that's not what you're going to do in the back.
Yep.
Loco asked the question, do you guys know the difference between the regular Hoops rookie ink and the purple? I was about to make a play on the Kuminga auto, which seemed low. I don't know the difference. Do you?
I do not either.
Mm-mm.
It's tricky. You really gotta do your homework when you're making these purchases and all these different parallels and sets that they got going on right now.
I don't even know if there's a premium for Kuminga because he has a full autograph and then he has JK. I don't know if one is different than the other.
Yeah.
Interesting. So when people say GOAT, all-time GOAT, NBA, what name comes to QCLA?
Oh, man. That goes without saying. Let's see if I can get a couple of these guys out here. Let's see if we can see
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
That guy. That's him.
Why do you think there's a conversation about, no, I think Kobe is, or no, I think Wilt Chamberlain is, or no, I think LeBron James is. Where do you think this comes from? Is this made up hype, or do people really feel this way?
I think it's just people are biased to whoever the main guy in their era of watching basketball is. You're automatically kind of biased. I think if you just missed Jordan's era, you're definitely rocking with Kobe. And even possibly LeBron, because LeBron wasn't too far after. I mean, 7 years after Kobe? But so you're a little biased to whoever your favorite player was, I guess, when you were younger. But people like to argue. So it's a good argue point. It's a good debate. People like to debate. I shouldn't say argue. People like to debate. And there's always contrarians that want to go against the majority. The majority is going to say Mike. But there's always people that like to not be in that group and be like, no, it's not Mike. It's not Mike. It's this guy for this reason. This guy. But I don't see anything to make it not be Mike.
Neither.
In my book, it just is what it is. Although I would say LeBron is probably gonna have that number 2 spot in the headlock. I think, in my book, it's hard to not have LeBron at number 2, man. After his career, even to this point, is just pretty amazing.
Not a lot. Sometimes I'll jump on YouTube and you look back on who he's played against. I mean, anybody that's played a significant number of years at a high level, but all the Hall of Famers that he's played against that have just retired, just made the 75 list, just went into the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah,
it's interesting.
Oh, he was going against all of them,
Yeah, those years against Boston, playing against Kobe. Dwight Howard messed up him and Kobe playing in the finals, but
he's going against Garnett and them.
That's one a lot of basketball, man.
Yep. All them Hall of Famers, man. Duncan.
Yeah, that time against Duncan was nice.
Yeah, so LeBron's earned he's proved himself, far beyond, So he's definitely gonna have to be number 2, But Mike is that man. He's the killer instinct. He's not 6'8", 6'10", whatever, 300 pounds, doing that. Mike was hitting 10-footers, 12-footers.
Finesse. Big range, man.
Yeah, finesse. Just the talent was just unreal. So it's like, when you're just bigger and stronger than everybody, that's a little bit of a cheat code. So to be able to do it, without being, Mike didn't have an advantage on anybody. He wasn't stronger than the next guy. He wasn't taller than the next guy.
No,
just a skinny guy, 6'6", skinny, and but he had it up here and he had it right here.
That's right.
I mean, LeBron was the best player in high school, and Mike wasn't even.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
He was getting cut and all that, so he really had.
The first time I heard about LeBron was 2000, 2001 when he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I'm going to work.
Yeah,
I went into 7-Eleven on the north side of Chicago, and I see, like, I've never seen a guy that young on cover of Sports Illustrated. So I picked up one, purchased it, went to work, read that thing at lunch, and been following LeBron James ever since.
Yeah. I remember they had speaking of that, look, I got this card right here. It's got the piece of the green floor from his high school floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it says on the back, this is a piece of floor that was played on in a high school game by LeBron James. I remember watching on ESPN when they showed one of their games, one of their high school games. I think I was a sophomore, so it was like 2001, 2002, and that's when everybody pretty much was, getting introduced to LeBron, and everybody knew he was, it wasn't going to be no college involved with him.
No. I think they said Ohio State just to keep people honest, but
no, there was no chance. The guy was ready for the league. He was ready to get straight into a starting rotation.
That's what I was talking to somebody about the other day. He comes out. He was averaging 23, 21 his rookie year.
Yeah.
He's been scoring and throwing assists and grabbing rebounds ever since he started.
Yep. It's amazing.
We got Brendan here. Brendan says, hypothetical question. If LeBron James went to Dallas, what's that mean for Luka Doncic cards? It's hard for me to answer because I don't see LeBron James going to Dallas.
Yeah. Well, it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt Luka's cards, that's for sure. I think it's just it's gonna make it so they don't drop. It's not necessarily gonna make them go up, but it's gonna make them even safer because they would win more games. So now,
what would it be like though to see two ball dominant individuals in the same offense?
Oh man, I mean, LeBron would have to, realize that it's Luka's team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if LeBron is capable or wanting to be on a team where it's not his team.
I agree. Because when guys shoot too much, then they end up playing for another team.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas came up in that shooting. You got to go, bro. Brendan says Michael Jordan taking LaMelo Ball under his wing, for example. A go can have an impact, but that only carries so far. Do you think Jordan took Ball under his wing? You think that's the case? Maybe so. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like LaMelo.
How much longer do you think LaMelo is going to be in Charlotte?
Oh man, I don't know. It's tough because it's like just because Mike is there, it's like you don't want to leave. You're on Mike's team, but it kind of makes it tough to leave.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think we all pretty much know they're not gonna do nothing, and they're not gonna get nobody down there that's gonna make them a playoff team. So it's
just like when Gordon had some comments a couple of weeks ago about Houston. A lot of people have come through Houston. Gordon is still there.
Yeah.
He's seen a lot, man. He's like, man, look what I'm playing with right now.
Yeah, no, he's just like, he's over it, I see he's out there with those young guys. He's just like, this is crazy, Yeah,
Jalen Green, and you got Kevin Porter Jr. And
yeah.
Kid that just came out of Jabari. I don't know. I think some of these GMs say, you know what? If I keep picking high, I got to get somebody. Somebody's gonna turn this thing around.
Yeah, but you got to have some vets though too.
You have to. Sure.
You gotta have some vets, man. I mean, look at the Warriors. They're pretty much, and they got a few young guys now, but that's a vet team right there.
Well, then to me, they're taking the strategy from the San Antonio Spurs.
Mm.
You have some great players. You got Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Ginobili. You go bring in a Kawhi Leonard. You go start bringing in some of this real young talent.
Yeah.
To keep your dynasty going, take you to the next level.
Yeah, sprinkle them in a little bit here and there.
Those just need these guys to start balling out.
Yeah. No, I see what they're doing out there, man. You could tell they're setting up. They're setting up for the next decade, and it's looking good. It's definitely looking good.
So you tell me, you ask me, what do you think of Wiseman, man? What do you think of him?
I like Wiseman a lot, man.
A question I always have: Wiseman compared to Evan Mobley. How would you compare them?
I mean, they're similar, that's for sure. I'm just for some reason though, I'm I'm rocking with Wiseman. I think long term, I think once he gets a little more confidence, that's just gonna come with playing time. He just needs more playing time. Certainly, he knocks down those threes. I see him from the top of the key pulling those threes.
Oh yeah, he got skills, man. He can pull it.
The
Got a
big-
little mid range. What he needs to work on too, which I know he is, because you can see it sometimes, are his post moves. When he calls for the rock, what is he gonna do with it?
Get his drop step down. Get his up and under.
Yeah, he already got that crab dribble where he can get the ball, collect himself, come up hard, come up with some touch.
Yeah. No, he's gonna come. Once he puts it all together, he's gonna be a force. I think he's gonna be a force. I know you do. You do.
I'll tell you this: I saw 2 games at Memphis, and I was like, "This dude right here is on a whole nother level."
Yeah.
I started thinking about who can shoot the mid range as a big man, who can shoot the 3, who can dunk all over you. What one player? I can't name one player that I've seen that in successfully.
Right. Yeah.
And if he can pull that off, then yeah, he's gonna be a very different kind of dude.
Yeah, especially throw a couple blocks in there too.
Oh, Loco, you checking for him? Loco says prices are way down right now. Loco, you checking? Yeah, his prices are now real low.
Yeah.
Loco, I am still buying Wiseman cards. I bought quite a few lately. I don't stop, man.
Yeah, no, it ain't gonna stop while they're down. That's for sure.
No, I'm just messing with you, man. You should be checking. There are other guys that I check for too. Franz Wagner is one guy. I tell people. QCLA knows that. QC, you know that card is that I picked up at Burbank is at PSA right now.
Oh man. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I saw a PSA 10 version of that card at the premiere show Saturday. And it was priced around 18. So
it's a fair price. Yeah. Thank you, sir. I hope so.
Grading gods be with you.
Loco says, does anyone do either of us do a lot of grading?
I wouldn't say a lot, but a little bit here and there. I do like my raw cards too.
Yeah, you keep some stuff raw.
Yeah, I like my raw cards, and a lot of times, certain types of cards, like for my PC, I prefer raw. Just I don't know what it is. Just like the refractors and stuff like that, the old Topps Finest 90s types. I just like it raw. I just like them raw. Just the look of them in a one-touch raw. It's just cool for the PC, but I like graded too. I'll take them graded, but there is an aspect to having them raw, and I see other collectors the same way. Kind of. They'll even buy cards that they want that are slabbed just to crack them, and keep them raw, So there's some guys that they don't want any graded cards in their PC.
I can see that.
You see everything, you see. There's so many different ways to go in the hobby. It's just it's crazy. You see people collecting sets, rainbows, certain teams, certain players. For all different reasons. So it's interesting to see.
So Loco say he's got some coming back for Jordan Love. It's gonna be interesting to see because I think Aaron Rodgers is out.
They sure were making it seem like it.
Yeah, I think he's probably out.
I
mean, if you're Aaron Rodgers though, and you looked around and you saw what Brady just did, you're like, yeah, I gotta get up out of here and go somewhere that's putting the team around me.
Yeah,
I can try to go for another ring.
It's tough. They're young. They're young out there. They're making a lot of mistakes. you know, and Rodgers is just he's over it, I think.
And I think Green Bay is a little bit over him as well.
Yeah, probably so, But he's nonetheless he's a goat out there.
Oh, he is. You can't take that away from him.
There's nothing, He's
Okay.
stamped. He's stamped out there. Doesn't matter, So, but they got to move on. They're ready. Jordan Love's ready. They got that Watson, that receiver. He's good. They got some guys on defense. Just need to polish up. They'll be right back in the thick of it, I think, in a couple years.
What do you see in at card shows when you go?
So
compared to 6 months ago, what are you seeing as far as prices?
Yeah.
I know you set up, so you have.
Yeah. So, we saw November and December get pretty slow, especially after Thanksgiving. But I think that was expected. I think that's something that kind of happens in every just that time of the year is just a lull. It's that winter lull, holidays, cold. End of the year. People are
do I get the new bike from a 6-year-old, or do I get this Jordan?
Right. People got to chill on the cards, and focus on holidays and spending and whatnot. So and a lot of people are traveling, they're out of town. So it's just not a lot of people take those months kind of off in the hobby. So it was kind of expected. But Saturday we had the first show of the year, the premiere show down in Brea. And it was a decent foot traffic. Things were moving, things were selling.
Yeah, I saw some of Jay's video. It looked like it was well visited.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was definitely worth it. Probably more sales than I thought. More action than I thought. Probably. So it picked up from November and December, and I think people are just kind of recharged and ready to attack 2023 and come in with new strategies. And a lot of the 200 and down stuff is moving, so there's still a lot of action, a lot of collecting. So people are, and that's why it's the 200 and down stuff, because people that collect, they like to have, usually they like to have quantity, because they collect. They like to look at it, pull it out, and I like that too. I like some of those cards I was showing you. I mean, these are nice cards, but they're 200 and down. They're 200 and down, but I got them out right here and I'm enjoying them.
That's right.
So you don't have to spend, thousands of dollars to feel like you have, something. I have a $150 Penny Hardaway rookie refractor here that I love. $1,200, Anthony Edwards or something. You know what I'm saying? So the collecting is back, and I'm excited. I love seeing it, and it's easier to sell a 200 and down card, than a $2,000 card. So it's a little more fun that way as a seller, because you don't have to risk as much.
That's
and
true.
you don't have to buy $1,000 cards to fill up a table. So it's fun. I like where it's heading. I like the direction it's heading.
Are you setting up at the Burbank show?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't wait to come by.
I'm
I'm
looking forward for that. Yeah, I'm pretty much from now until then. I'm just preparing for that.
I think a lot of people are in that place. Even when we were in Burbank, the store, I bumped into some people and talked to them, and at that point, people were saying, "I'm just waiting on Burbank."
Yeah,
Waiting on Burbank.
yeah. So just preparing for that, man, because just gauging it off the last show, the last Burbank show. I know that's it's gonna be some action. At the first show, I mean, I was probably not 1 to 2 days in because it's a 4-day show with the VIP Thursday night. So by Saturday, midday, pretty much everything I brought was sold.
I can see that.
So I was having to buy stuff at the shows just to put on the table, and that's amazing. I hope the second one is like that as well. But I'm definitely going to be this next 30 days, loading up on some stuff, just for Burbank. So, because I know there's a lot of people, like you said, they're just waiting for Burbank, and some of those people are buyers. They're saying, "Oh, I'm just waiting for Burbank," to
And what
buy.
are we now? We're 5 weeks away, something like that.
Yeah, but it's on the February 9th, right? 9th through the 12th, I think.
But then we're a month away.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming.
So it's about that time.
It's coming. Oh yeah, it's sneaking up. It'll sneak up on us. It's right around the corner. So
Local asks a question here. Have you seen Jeff Wilson's video regarding cars being at the floor? What are your thoughts? What do you think of that?
Yeah. So I saw that video. Kind of like what we talked about earlier, is there's no, it's not like a blanket statement to say, oh, cards are at the bottom. Some cards are, like the cards in that video you sent me that are down 97%. Okay, you're down 97%. You're at the bottom. I mean, it's if anything's down 90+%, you can say you're pretty much at the bottom for that card.
Yep.
But there's other cards that might only be down 50%, and they still have they could drop 30%. But I think it's the high pop cards that are selling every day, multiple times. A lot of those have bottomed out. Or within 10 or 15%. But it's just the ones that you don't see selling all the time, because if one hasn't sold since August, I mean, you don't know. You have no clue where it's going to be at. Somebody puts one up for auction, you don't know where it's going to end. So it's tough right now. It's tough to say, and I try not to say, oh, the bottom is in, or nothing like that, because anything can happen. But relatively close. The bottom is close or in for a lot of cards, barring some type of like macro world event that can just blow everything up. A lot of stuff is down pretty much where it should be. But if it hasn't sold in a while, just be careful. That's all I'm going to say.
True. You have a lot of cards out here that once you look at a graph well into 2023, you're going to see some cards that had that blip up, and it will never return to that.
No.
Even nowhere close to it. Find out what the sales range is. What's going on with that card?
Yeah.
You can still probably find some opportunities if you're looking like that.
Yeah.
If you keep comparing it back to 2019, 2020, then you're going to forever be disappointed. But
yeah,
where you came in on the card at,
Yeah. That boom was a unique circumstance, and you can't base anything off of that, because it's not going to go. We're not going to have those type of market conditions, so it's not going to happen.
Not at all. What are your goals for 2023? What's QCLA getting into?
Well, I'm just gonna adjust with the hobby, adjust with the market. Gonna keep building my PC, my long-term holds. I guess a goal would be a Jordan auto. You know.
Oh,
That's
yeah. That'd
yeah.
be yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the Jordan autos, maybe one of the early 2000 Upper Deck, the SP Jordan autos or something like that. That would be a goal for sure. But just to keep building my PC out with these little pieces I like, man. These '90s inserts, refractors, and cards that I think are significant to the hobby or to the history of the game, or cards that have significance. Just keep growing and keep growing keep growing the hobby, and just keep working, doing what I'm doing, and getting a bigger following is a goal also, just so we can keep the hobby going, because it's up to everybody in it. If we give up, then, it dies. There's nobody that's like keeping this alive. It's a joint effort. So
Well, I always think, man, you have a great mind. You're one of my favorite people of talking to about something I'm seeing in the hobby. I usually hit you up with it.
yeah,
Just to pick your brain a little bit to see what do you think? What's your take on this?
yeah,
I admire. I'll tell you this. You say even keeled. There's no, oh man, no, I'm down. You stay right here, but you're always thinking as you're right here.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
to me. That's an admirable way to be in the hobby, or just anything in life.
yeah,
Yeah.
You gotta be even keel, because everything's gonna be a roller coaster, ups and downs. But it's like you can't let your emotions take that roller coaster. So you gotta stay grounded and stay focused.
And I always tell people this. We talk about James Wiseman, prospecting on Franz Wagner. There'll be other people. Sometimes if you believe something, if you're going through your steps and you believe something, a lot of other people may say, I don't know about that. I don't believe that.
Oh yeah.
But you got to believe.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're going through your steps, I'm not talking about jumping and just. I saw a guy shoot a three or dunk on someone, and I'm searching out his cards. No, like we got a strategy here.
Yeah.
We're following that path.
Right. Yeah. You gotta. That's like that. People do let emotions, make their decisions for them. And like you said, yeah, they do. They see one play and then they go buy this guy's cards, and it's like, that's not how you want to be doing it, because it's too late. It's almost too late usually at that point. There's other people who already knew this guy could do that, and now you're buying the card from them, so you're actually the one that's late, but you're just being emotional. So there's no quick and easy way. You actually got to do the homework on these guys.
That's right. So Loco says,
do
either of you ever used StarStock? I never have.
I have not. No, I haven't. No. Mm-mm.
And Loco, you say you're waiting on shipment. Did you have something in a vault? What were you selling cards there and you want them back now? Yeah, you gotta be a step ahead, like buying Julius Randle. Yeah. That is definitely a step ahead, sir. But tell me what you were doing with StarStock. I never have. I've never used the vault service. QCLA. Have you used the vault service?
No, I actually like to. I like to handle my cards, man. I like to see them.
So do
I. It's like I could. If you're just strictly business, then I guess maybe you don't care. But if you actually like the cards and you like the hobby and the passion, and you have passion for collecting, I mean, you want to have the cards, man. That's the whole point. I'm sitting here looking at I got my cards laid out here. I got, stuff sitting up that I just like looking at, and that's enjoyment that I get out of them. And just having a list of cards that I know I have and pictures of their scan on the computer doesn't really do it for me.
I agree. Totally agree.
So, but to each their own. I know I always watch Cajun Cardboard. And all his stuff's in the vault, and I'm just like, man, it always blows my mind with the collection he has and how passionate he is about it. How does he not ever want to have any of these in hand? It boggles my mind.
He has a great mind. He will break down.
Oh, he's great. He's exceptional.
He will break down why he's buying that car, what research he did.
Yeah. No, he's exceptional.
He goes into a show very organized about what he's looking for.
Oh no, he's great. He's great. It's just, you know, I like to look at the cars, man. I like to see them. I like to have them. Yeah, I understand sometimes if you have very, very, very expensive cars, maybe there's some you want to stash away somewhere. Something can happen to them. But some of the cheaper ones, have around, enjoy them a little bit, So I think that's, what it's all about.
And this goes back to QCLA's point. If you want to use a vault, eBay has a great vault. You can buy the car, have it shipped right to the vault. Doesn't even come to you.
Yeah.
PSA also, you can have your cars graded and sent right to their vault.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can ship it to the address or to them. So.
Yeah, that eBay, that is nice. So people can avoid paying taxes on the card. But for me, at the end of the day, man, I like getting that card, man. I like getting that mail.
So do I.
I like.
And I'm tracking QCLA. I'm on the phone. Did this thing ship yet? I sent somebody a note today. Then I'm gonna send it out at lunch. Oh, okay, all good. And when it hits, I'm still tracking.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's all part of the fun, man. It's all part of the enjoyment, man. So yeah, I like getting those mail days. I like the whole process. I like the whole process from the negotiating to just finding the cards. Sometimes there's cards, there's cards I want and they'll be on eBay, right? I could get them on eBay. I like finding them in the wild.
I do that sometimes too.
I know it's
challenge myself.
On eBay. I know I could probably go find it.
Yeah.
But I like coming across it naturally. Just
And to me, one of the biggest joys is to take a car, go out and hunt, find a car that's raw, send that thing in.
Yeah.
Get it cleaned, send it in, get a grade back, and just be like, I took this thing from A to Z.
Like that curry you got, right? Yeah.
And then you got to believe, because I tell people all the time, I thought that was going to be a PSA 8 or a PSA 9.
Yeah.
I just got to send in. At the end of the day, I said, and I told G, we should get this slabbed. And then I got an email.
Man.
It's
a great story. It's a great process. You dug that thing out of Frankenstein's.
Mm-hmm. And we were there, man. I got a friend I went to college with who had cancer, man. He played DB. I played offensive and defensive line our freshman year. And I was there to get an autograph for him from Vince Coleman. He's been a Vince Coleman fan since he was a kid. So when I first heard about the show and Vince Coleman signing, I never really go to Frankenstein's QCLA.
Yeah.
I don't really go. So I hear about the signing and I'm like, I hit him up. And he was like, oh, if I send you a jersey, can you go? Oh, for sure, bro. You send me a jersey, we'll hook up all inscriptions, whatever you want. And we had Mr. Coleman give him a shout out. And then as we're walking before the show starts, we get there super early. We buy our tickets. We're just walking around until Mr. Coleman shows up. And I was like, hold up, hey G, what's that right there? Curry card.
Yeah. See, it's another wrinkle to the story, man. It's just, you weren't even supposed to be there, damn near,
And when I get those kind of cards, usually I have Junior, Robert. I take a picture of one of them holds the card, and I take a picture of it.
Yeah,
just so I can plot the time.
Yeah,
when they look back and they see that card, be like, "Oh yeah, I was 6 when Dad got that card."
Right. That's great, man. That's great. Yeah, that's a great story. I like that. Now you telling me that you went. The reason why you even went there, on top of that, now it's just makes it even better.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. I told Drew, who's my friend, I told him if I was not there for you or trying to do something else, I would have never even seen that. It wasn't a part of what we were about. We didn't go that day thinking, let's look at any cars. We just started walking around. And Frankenstein's just that kind of place where that's why people should always have their ears and their mind open. Right? You could go in. I like stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I went somewhere and found a great Franz Wagner car. I started thinking about who are some players out here that's actually balling right now,
Yeah.
who are young. Loco says here that he's gonna watch the game tonight and look for Franz Wagner. Check him out. 6'9", 6'10", can shoot the three, can do a lot.
He's serious.
So I said, but sometimes you may go somewhere and you may have, I only collect Anthony Edwards. If that's the case, but if your mind is open to other things that may help you collect Anthony Edwards,
for sure,
you might step up on something.
Yep,
for sure. But QCLA, it's been a pleasure having you here, sir.
Thank you, man. Likewise.
I want to have you on again in the future as well.
That's fine, man.
We're gonna come by your table at Burbank and kick it, man.
Yeah, definitely do that. Definitely.
I'm looking at that show and just wondering, what will we find? That's before I go to any show like that. I'm always like, what are we gonna find? The last show, I was blown away by what we actually found.
Oh, it's gonna be some stuff in there.
And that's what people should know. There's stuff from all price ranges.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is not a high-end card show. There's stuff there if you want to get high-end.
Yeah.
There's some other stuff that can help you complete your PC, or maybe a great $20, $30 card.
Everything from 50-cent boxes to, $50,000 cards.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, brother, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you too, man.
Say Brendan said, great guest. Very level-headed. That's QCLA all day.
Thanks, Brandon, man. I appreciate it.
If you see him at a show, just stop by and talk to him.
Absolutely. Come on by.
You'll see the same person that you saw here tonight on this show, thinking through things and having a good conversation and enjoying the moment. I admire people like that when I meet them in the hobby. You and I got to know each other. I admire that.
Absolutely, man. I love what you're doing too, man. It's keep it up, and it's always a joy every time I see you in the crew.
Oh yeah, bro. Well, we'll be coming through. G and Junior and I'll be coming through Ontario.
I'm looking forward to it.
We'll see you soon, baby.
Okay.
All right, brother.
All right, FD.
Thank you.
Later, guy.